How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall, and I'm sorry for the late video. I was in Albuquerque throughout the weekend, visiting some friends, had a good time. We even toured UNM's campus a little bit. I've been on the campus before, but we were at enemy's territory. But don't worry, we were trashing the place. Not really. We weren't like throwing anything around. We were just talking crap about the school while we were there, and got to check out some things in Albuquerque. It was really fun. But back in Las Cruces, the better city, the best city in the state, as you guys know. And we're talking about some Aggie basketball today. Talk about their loss to Sam Houston on Saturday and how Sam Houston just shot lights out. A lot of fans were upset with the loss, but I'm going to explain why there's no reason to be upset, because the game really didn't matter, win or lose. We would have had the same, layout in the Conference USA tournament. I'm going to talk about the tournament and my predictions. We've already seen a couple games that have taken place today. Today's Tuesday. I'll get this video out tomorrow on Wednesday. I was thinking about waiting till tomorrow to film the video and upload it on Thursday so we can know for sure who we play. It would be Kennesaw State. But I just want to get the video done with right now. It's been a while since I made one, it feels like, because I was out all weekend. But let's get straight into this video and stop yapping. So to start with the video, I'm going to talk about the Sam Houston game first, and then I'll move into, where our chances are to win the Conference USA tournament, in my opinion. So a lot of people are upset that we lost to Sam Houston because their record isn't great, but Sam Houston is not a bad basketball team. Their season did end today against UTEP. I really didn't care who won that game because obviously UTEP's our conference rival. We hate them. We want them to lose. But with Coach Udemy at Sam Houston, it's kind of a little rival with that too, you could say. And they were talking a lot of trash, when they beat us on Saturday. So it's nice to see them go out with a loss. It's pretty funny. Then UTEP, they play against Liberty now, and both teams we hate Liberty. They're just there's no reason to explain. We just know Liberty sucks. They don't actually suck. They're a good basketball team, really good at all their sports. That's why we hate them. And it's always good games with us in most sports, but they always seem to get the best of us. So I feel like if UTEP were to beat them, we'd have a better chance at beating UTEP. At the same time, UTEP's a rival. That could be a trap game for anybody, and I don't want to see them have a chance at winning the whole conference tournament. Like last year, even though they lost to Western Kentucky, who lost tonight to FIU. FIU being the worst team in Conference USA record-wise, just beat the defending champs from last year, which again goes to show that anybody can beat anybody on any given night. FIU's a good young team; they'll be good for the future. They're about the same as last year. They've improved slightly. Their coaching isn't bad. But they got a big win, which goes to show you that this conference is open up. I doubt they'll keep on winning because I think they have to play against Middle Tennessee next, which is going to be a tough matchup. But again, wouldn't be surprised if they got it done because they get blown. I think they got blown out to them not too long ago, actually. I want to say I could be wrong with this. I want to say Middle Tennessee and FAU just played the same day as we played against Sam Houston, and Middle Tennessee blew them by like 30. I could be way wrong with that. I just know Middle Tennessee got a blowout win, I'm pretty sure. And I know Kennesaw State beat Jacksonville State, which is why they got 4, we got 5. That's really the only big issue with us losing on Saturday is that, we got 5th and not 4th. We would have had the same matchup. It would just been nice to, be a little bit, have a higher record. But I was looking at the predictions for the game, and based on ESPN analytics, we have a 55% chance to win. Not sure if we're favored yet or what's going to go on with that, or what the point differential favorite will be. But we'll see how it goes. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I wasn't expecting us to be favored, but it looks like we might be. Because Kennesaw State has one game up on us. But I will say this. I know I'm supposed to be talking about the Sam Houston game, so I'm getting a little off track. But I do want to say this for us Aggie fans. I think we have a good shot at winning on Thursday because of this. So we look at Kennesaw State. They're a very young and talented team. They have 8 freshmen on their team, meaning that if they lose, it sucks that their season's going to be over for themselves, right? But they still have a lot of guys coming back. They still have 3 more years of college basketball, and who knows even more if there's guys playing 9 years of college basketball, But they have a lot of years of eligibility left, right? That's my point being. The Aggies, they have 9 seniors. That's over half our team that if we lose, our season's done, their college careers are done. So, they're literally playing like it's their last game because it could be their last game if they lose. Whereas Kennesaw State, they're playing against their last game of the season because it could be, but it's not going to be the last game in most of their careers. So I feel like we're going to have a lot more, we're going to be fighting a lot harder to win. I'm sure they're going to fight hard to win too, don't be wrong, but I feel like we have a lot more to lose than they do. So I feel like the Aggies are going to come out and play hard. I think the pressure is on us to win, but I think they're going to come out. I guess Kennesaw State has the higher seed, so you could say that they have pressure. But, my point being is I think the Aggies are going to come out and play hard just because they have 9 seniors who could all be their last game if they lose. Kind of reminds me of Johnny McCann's against Arkansas, how he played his heart out. Even though they lost, he played like it was his last game because you knew there was a chance that, if they lost, it was done. I don't think the Aggies have losing on their mind, which is another reason why I think they'll try to get the win. Kennesaw State, they're young, they're talented, they're great. But in the NBA, a lot of times older guys, seem to get beat by the younger guys. And college-wise, that's not much of an issue. I feel like the experience is definitely going to really help out a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys have played in tournaments before. We have returners from last year who played in this tournament before. Kennesaw State, this is their first year in Conference USA, different layout for them. So I think we have the advantage when it comes to all that. Going back to the Sam Houston game, they just couldn't miss a shot. I thought our defense wasn't as good as usual, but I also don't think it was terrible. I thought we played pretty solid defense, still better than most teams in conference, if not better than all the teams in conference, because we lead Conference USA in defense and attendance. Just found that out yesterday. Averaged over 6,000 fans, which is more than last year. I think we averaged about 5,000 last year. So that was great. It's another thing people like to trash talk is, the fans for most programs. But we led Conference USA in attendance for 2 straight years. And I believe UTEP was actually ahead of us for a while. We, got ahead of them. So, shout out to us for that. UTEP did lose their last 7 regular season games, so that could have played an effect. Talking a little trash, but they did beat Sam Houston, and that was a pretty good game for them because I feel it was a pretty even matchup, and they got a big win. And so again, we'll see how they do against Liberty. But yeah, Sam Houston just wasn't missing a shot. I mean, they were they made the first 5 threes, 5 for 6 to start or something like that. Lamar Wilkerson, their top guy, one of the top players in Conference USA. I think he got first team. I know Cook and Peter for our team got third team. I thought Peter got a little bit higher. I thought Cook was, I think Cook was playing like a first team, but toward the end of conference, he didn't play great. But I still think he's a first team, top 5 caliber player, just like Peter is. So, wish this guy would have got a little bit higher, but I'm glad they didn't get snubbed. I don't know if there's any honorable mentions. I didn't keep up with it, but, Rob was kind of on and off. But I think if Rob, Cook, and Peter all play very well in the tournament, we're going to win. Same with Deontay, Zadi. Those are our main guys. We need them to play hard and well. Whole team needs to play well, but those are the main guys I expect to, come up and just play very well overall. I'm getting really sidetracked talking about both the Sam Houston game and the Conference USA tournament game, so I'm going to literally try to get all these Sam Houston stuff done right now. They're done. The season's over. But yeah, they were just making all their shots. And we came back. We were down by 13, I think, at one point in the first half, and even down by double digits in the second half. Came back out within 2. And there was a call at the end, which really swayed the game. I feel like the refs were very bad once again, but that's, normal. It's still upsetting, but it's normal at this point. I still get pissed off. I'm sure everyone does, but I just expect at this point, honestly, which is pretty sad. But Conference USA refs are just very terrible in general. It's pretty sad. These guys worked their butts off, all night long just to get a game. I wouldn't say the game was entirely won by the refs because Sam Houston shot the ball very well and they had a great game plan. They played great. They outplayed us. They deserved the win, but the reffing definitely did not help. There's a play where Wilkerson, they said he got the shot off on time when he didn't. He did not get that off on time. It was super close, but he was still in his fingertips, I could tell. And then, I don't know if they're saying that the ball went off Jacoby for the dive, but it clearly went off Sam Houston. And of course, they hit a 3 after that, and then we were missing all our shots. That just ruined the game, because if we get ball back, they were only down by 2. Cook hit a clutch 3 after struggling all night long. Maybe we get another bucket, hit a 3, whatever we do, tie the game, get the lead, get a stop, win the game after that. You never know what happens. We're an experienced team. Maybe we win in that situation. But again, that game didn't really matter for the standings because even if we, won, we still would play the same team, same layout, same everything. The only thing that changes is that we have a different jersey. There's a chance we could have got 3rd, but we needed Middle Tennessee, Liberty to lose, and Jacksonville State. All 3 of them to lose, and they're all 3 of the best teams in Conference USA, hence why they got, a top 3 seed. So that wasn't going to happen. Another thing I'm a little upset about, not too upset about, but just slightly, and then I'll get into the Conference USA tournament stuff, because I think you already touched on everything you need about, Sam Houston. It was kind of more of a meaningless game. I'm not just saying that because we lost, even if we won, it would have been a meaningless game. But the reason it wouldn't be meaningless is because I was 1 game off of my prediction. As you guys know, all season long, I made my prediction that the Aggies will get 18 wins. Been pretty persistent with it, even when they're winning a lot of games and losing a lot of games. I was pretty persistent that they'll get 18. I won't change my mind. But I at least wanted them to have a winning season, which they did, and they're guaranteed a winning record even if they lose that first game against Kennesaw State. They'll still be 17-15. But I do not want that to happen. Want them to win all 3, go 20-14, have a 21 season, have a great year, have a chance to, upset somebody in the tournament, probably be a, 15 seed. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how the season's all going to work. I can see us getting anywhere from a 13 to a 15 seed, but we'll just see how it all plays out. But yeah, before the season started and even throughout the year, I predicted us to go 18-13 overall, 11-7 in conference, and finish 4th in conference. If we would have won on Saturday, all those things would have been correct. We would have been 18-13. Would have been 4th because we would have had the tiebreaker over Kennesaw State. I don't know how it all. We would have been ahead of them. And then what else? What was else? We would have 4th. We got 5th because we lost 17-14, 10-8 in conference. So it's 1 game off, but it's just a prediction. I'm not that mad about it. But I, thought it would have been kind of cool if I would have got it right. It's been a lot of times too. I'll go to the volleyball games or softball games and I'll make score predictions. I get them right. It's hard to get basketball right. But since volleyball, softball, even baseball, those are lower scoring games. It's kind of easier to get right. Volleyball goes up to 25, but it's still somewhat, I would say easier to get right than it is for a football or a basketball game for sure. I also want to give a quick shout out to both our baseball and our softball team. Our softball team beat UNM today. Sucks because I got right back into town after literally right when the game got done. I got back into town. They won 6-2. They have some games this weekend I'll try to go to, but so does our baseball team, so I'll try to kind of go to both. Obviously, watch the basketball team on TV as well. So much going on. They're having a watch party at Bosque, which is across campus. Really good food, by the way. Y'all should go check it out if y'all haven't already. I think it's a New Mexico place as well because I saw it in Albuquerque. But I'm going to try to go there to watch the game, see if any of my friends can go. I text my boy Zeke to see if he can go. Shout out to you if you're watching this. He might be, because he's a big fan of the social media and channel and all that. And I see if my friend John could go. Well, it's spring break, so a lot of people are out, but I'm going to see if I can try to go. If not, I'll go by myself because who cares? I'm going to watch the Aggies and I'm going to take myself on a date. Our baseball team did lose to Lamar today, 11-5, but they did beat Texas A&M, who's ranked number 14th in the nation on Sunday. It was a 4-1 after losing them 19-0, then 7-1, I believe, or something like that. So they bounced back and got a big win. They're like 8-8 right now. Softball team's like 15-11. Both teams look like they're going to have solid seasons, so that's great. Molly Kaiser won Conference USA Player of the Year for women's basketball, and they're fourth in their conference, and they finished with the exact same record as us. I think they finished with 17-14. I want to say they were 9-9 conference, 10-8 conference. It might be the exact same actually, I think. And then they're a better home team than we were, but we were on the road than they were. And they have I can't remember who they played in the first round, but I have to keep up with that. And keep you guys posted with that as well, just for fun. But yeah, all eyes on the Conference USA tournament. Like I said, UTEP beat Sam Houston, so they're gonna be playing against Liberty today when this video's up. And then FIU got the upset over Western Kentucky, so they're gonna be playing against Middle Tennessee. And then we play against Kennesaw State on Thursday. I'm gonna make slight predictions right now. That UTEP and Sam Houston game, I'm not gonna lie, I thought Sam Houston was gonna win it just because UTEP's been struggling and Sam Houston's been kind of on a hot streak, but I still think UTEP's the better team overall. I just thought as of recent that Sam Houston would take it, but I think UTEP used their experience to their advantage and got the win, so shout out to them, even though they're a rival. It was a good win. I know anybody can beat anybody in our conference, but I still thought Western Kentucky was going to win. I thought they had the veteran leadership, and they have a lot of the key players from last year that went to the tournament, and they just had a down year. I think they might have had some injuries here and there. I know they were missing some guys when we played against them, when we beat them at home by 18 on senior day. So maybe that played a role. I'm not sure those guys came back or not, but still shout out to FIU. That was a great win for them. I don't think anybody expected that. Again, it's open for anybody, so I'm not surprised that they won. But Western Kentucky still was favored to win, in my opinion. I think they were, I can't remember how much they were favored by, but I'm pretty sure they were favored to win that game. But FIU got the upset. So they'll be playing against Middle Tennessee, I believe. I think Middle Tennessee will get that win, but again, I would not be surprised that FIU is able to get it done. I just think Middle Tennessee is a lot better of a team and honestly could probably win the whole conference, honestly, I'm not going to lie. But I think Middle Tennessee will win that game. As for Liberty and UTEP, that's a hard game because I wouldn't mind seeing UTEP because I think Liberty's the better team and we've struggled with Liberty. So I'd like to play against UTEP, and I think it'd be great to beat them. But if we lose to them, then it's like, and then they have a chance of winning it all. Like, yeah, I don't want to see that. If Liberty wins, that's the only team we haven't beaten in conference, so it'd be tough to get that win. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind facing them because we've either swept or tied with everybody in conference but them. So it'd be great to get our, third chance at them, try to beat them, and go all the way. Especially since we've, lost to Liberty a lot in football. We lost them in football in 2023 in the Conference USA championship game. Lost them in soccer in the Conference USA tournament and the championship game before. And even softball. So it'd be great to get back at them. I can't really be mad at either or. I've been seeing people say they'd rather play against UTEP, and I kind of agree, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind playing against Liberty too. It's hard to say. I do think Liberty will win that game. I think they've had a great year. I think they'll get it done, but again, wouldn't be surprised if UTEP's able to pull the upset. Wouldn't be surprised if anybody won this conference. I think Liberty will get that win. Again, I'm going to say what I said earlier. I think we're going to get the win against Kennesaw State for what I stated earlier. We have the, experience. We're going to play that's our last game because it could be the last game for a lot of the guys. And I'm hoping that the 6 guys that aren't seniors come back and that, we have a good future with those guys and people coming back, which means we'll play against Liberty. I want to win that game. It's going to be hard to do. I think both games we lost by about, lost by 10, lost by 8. We shot the ball pretty poorly. If we shoot the ball well, I think we win those games. So I'm going to say we win that because I think we'll shoot the ball better. I think we have a lot better of a chance at winning. And Coach Houston seems really confident in the team. When he, after the Western Kentucky game, he said we're going to win 3 games in a row. And he felt confident. And I'm confident in him as well. So why not predict them to win it, right? And then Middle Tennessee, I think I said will be FIU. Jacksonville State, who do they play? They play against La Tech. I think Jacksonville State will win that. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if La Tech wins it because they were predicted to win Conference USA. I had a little bit of a down year, but they still have a chance to win it all. I mean, last year they lost in the first round as a 2 seed. So maybe as a 6 seed, if they win, they could look at that and be like, hey, we improved. I think Jacksonville State will get that. I think Middle Tennessee will beat Jacksonville State because Jacksonville State has been playing their greatest brand of basketball recently. I mean, they lost to Sam Houston, lost to Kennesaw State, lost to us. I think they lost to Middle Tennessee not too long ago either. I could be wrong with that, actually. I think Middle Tennessee wins that. So I think it's us versus Middle Tennessee. And I think Middle Tennessee has a high chance. I mean, you could argue that they're the best team in conference. You could argue that we're the best team in conference. You could argue that Kennesaw State's the best team in conference. Liberty. I think all those teams are really great. But again, I'm going to say what I said earlier. I'm not going to really make a prediction. But if Christian Cook, Peter Filipovich, Robert Carpenter, if all three of those guys play well, score in double figures, all three of their games just play well, shoot the ball well, we're winning this tournament. I mean, it's just, you can say that about most teams, though. If they're three main guys, they're going to pop off. They're probably going to win. But especially with us, if he scores double figures, probably going to win. If Deontay plays very well, we're probably going to win. Especially if he plays well like he did against UNM and Rob drops 20 like he did against Sam Houston, we're going to win that game. Cook's still been in a slump. He only had 12 points the other night against Sam Houston. I say night, it was a day game. But he made 3 clutch shots toward the end. He hit a clutch 3 finally. So he needs to just, shoot the ball a lot better, but he'll be focused. It's 0-0 for everybody. And I think anyone has a chance at winning this tournament, including ourselves. I think we have a great chance of getting it done. That's going to close out the video. Just kind of want to give an update about the Sam Houston game. And guys, I know we're upset about that loss. I wish we would have won. But again, it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter with the seeding. Sam Houston's out. It does not matter one bit. It's in the past. It does not matter at all. And again, I'm not saying that because we lost. I would say the exact same thing if we won. I'd be like, okay, great, we won. But it doesn't matter. Only thing that would have changed is that we're 4th instead of 5th, even though we still play against the same team. So it doesn't matter at all. Really excited for the tournament. I think we have a good chance of winning. I believe in the team, and I'm sure you guys do as well. Again, the league's open for anybody, so we'll see how it all goes. Really excited to see how it goes. Shout out to Coach Huden. I know people, I've talked to some people, and they're like, oh, I don't like that Coach Huden's on Twitter a lot, chirping at fans, or not fans, but like haters and stuff. But I think it's fine. It's more him just defending the team. I don't think that's going to have any bad effect on anything. I think it'll be fine. I respect Coach Huden. He's done a great job with the program. I mean, you look at where we were 2 years ago. Improved a lot from last year. 13-19 to 17 wins. You look at that. Okay, 4 more wins is good. But you also look at the conference improvement. Like this team last year would have won Conference USA last year. You take this team, put them in Conference USA last year. This team probably wins 20 games that year. Way better. It's a way better conference. That's probably another reason why Western Kentucky might not have won. It was a tougher conference for them, for all of us. That's why us winning 4 games probably felt like 8 more wins. Probably could have been 8 more wins in general. There's a lot of games that we just slipped out. And we played way better on the road. So that's going to really help us out in the tournament, I think, because we're probably the best road team in Conference USA. Probably maybe the worst home team. But, playing on the road will definitely help out. It would have been cool to play at the Pan American Center or something, host it. Or even, nearby at UTEP or something like that, or just in the range, right? But maybe we're better without a, home crowd. I'm sure we'll still have a lot of fans travel out there. It's kind of a hard travel because it's in Alabama. If I take a long flight, then you have to take a drive there. I'm sure every team's going to still have, a good chunk of fans at their games. I would love to go to it if I could, but I do not have that type of money right now. Maybe in the future. This is their last year playing in Alabama because they signed a contract Conference USA did for like 2 years to play there in Huntsville, Alabama. So maybe it'll change next year. Maybe we'll be back in Vegas, and a lot of people will probably go. Maybe I'll even go, who knows. Or maybe we'll be close by, maybe we'll El Paso. Maybe UTEP will host it or something. Even though they haven't really had a host site do it in a while, I don't think. But we'll just see how it all goes. I know UTEP would have a lot of fans in that situation, but I think that they'd probably host it instead of us. And we'd also have a lot of fans travel over there. So I think it'd be pretty even, honestly. If anything, maybe we got more because we lead Conference USA in attendance. That's going to close out the video. Like I said, I'm going to state it again just really quick. We've been way better on the road this year, especially in conference, and I think it's going to really help us out in the tournament. I feel like we're the best road team, and, all these games are technically on the road. So we'll see how it goes. I think we have a great chance. I think we have the best chance. I'm not just trying to be biased, but we'll see how it all goes. Next video, you'll see me either be very happy or very disappointed. I think what I'll do is I'll probably make a video after every game. So if we beat Kennesaw State, I'll make a video after that, talk about how I think the next game will go against whoever we play. But if we lose, then I'll just make a season analysis video. But I don't want to make that. I don't want to make that for about another week. I want us to win this tournament and then have a chance of winning getting an upset win or more in the actual NCAA tournament. Even though it's going to be really difficult to do, I think making the NCAA tournament itself is going to be really difficult to do. So if we were able to pull that off, it's going to be hard to beat a 2 or 3 or 4 seed. Definitely not going to be fair whatsoever. But again, the good thing about that is there's no pressure. So I don't expect us to win any of those games in the NCAA tournament if we make it. But at the same time, if we do, that'd be awesome. And again, not just Conference USA, just in general, anybody can be anybody. We saw last year, a couple years ago, when Purdue lost to a 16 seed FDU. We've seen it with Virginia. Then when they got, they lost to a 16 seed. So anything can happen. We've seen a lot of 15 beat 2s as well, like Kentucky. They always lose. Or last year, Oakland beat Kentucky as a 14 seed. So, we'll just see how it all goes. And even just right now, who was it? I was at St. Francis. have a losing record, and they beat the number one team in their conference and made it all the way. NEC or something, I can't remember what it was. But yeah, they made it. So they're going to have a low seed. But again, they beat the number one team in their conference. They can beat anybody. All these guys are D1 players at the end of the day. It's kind of like the NBA, where all those guys are NBA players, all those guys are pros. So if you see a bad team beat a good team, like the Nets almost beat the Cavs, right? They beat the Lakers last night. You know, the Blazers have beat some really good teams. You know, they've also lost to some really bad teams. Anybody can beat anybody. It's just how it is. Even though the predictions, like, you know, you might expect something to happen. Upsets happen all the time, especially in college basketball. It happens way more often. So, you know, even though we don't expect to win any of those NCAA tournament games if we get there, don't be surprised if it happens. But I wouldn't be surprised if we win the Conference USA tournament. Again, wouldn't be surprised if anybody does it. And I'm just rambling on. Really love talking. I really appreciate you guys for watching this video and hearing me ramble. And I hope you guys enjoy watching the games. I hope you're able to. I know it's spring break, but I hope you guys have time to watch it, because I will be. And see you on the next video. And hopefully I'm happy and you guys are happy as well. And hopefully we make 3 videos this week, or 3 more videos this week. I guess the other one will be on Sunday, Selection Sunday, so I can just talk about the seed we get if we win it all. Really, really excited if we can make the tournament after the disaster that happened a couple years ago, and then having to rebuild year, and it's the second year making it would be awesome. Having a winning year, record is already awesome after, you know, just your second year rebuild, but making the tournament would be awesome. And if we don't get it done this year, I think next year is definitely a possibility. We'll be, you know, get more guys, be a more veteran team in Conference USA. So we'll see how it all goes. Again, I'm rambling on way too much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out.